Hi, Betty. My name is Erin from Fangirlish. It's nice to see you.
Hi, Erin. Good to see you.
Hey, so my first question is, can you tell us a little bit about your character of Lena and why her story is one that you wanted to tell?
Yeah. So Lena is a woman who lives in suburban Indiana. She has two young kids, and we meet her at a point in her life where she's had enough. She's uh, someone who desperately wants to be kissed and touched and celebrated, and her husband will not touch her, will not even kiss her. And she realizes that they maybe have never even kissed ever. And she decides, I can't, literally cannot live like this anymore, or I will die. And takes her life into her own hands and has an affair with her high school sweetheart. And we watch her life both implode and soar at the same time.
And why was it? I think I'm trying to think of how to phrase this. So Lena resonated with so many people who have read the book, and we're in a whole. I don't. It's like book purist kind of thing when it comes to adaptations because so many have been, for lack of a better term, messed up in a lot of book
Hmm.
people's minds. So my question is, to the people that are afraid of how Lena is going to change from the book to the screen, will she still resonate with them as strongly as she did in the book?
I hope so. I, as a fan of the book, was afraid of that as well. I was pretty obsessed with the book when it came out, and I think part of the book's success is, you know, there aren't images. You're able to put yourself in each of the woman's stories. You can see yourself so clearly at different phases in your own life, um, and sort of sit with the words exclusively in a vacuum and sort of process it just you and this character that you're holding in your hands, literally the words in your hands. Um, I think that part of doing service to the book and to these real women is that, these are three very different people, but people who deserve to be protagonists and three souls that deserve to have their time in the sun. And strangely, I think that the book and then this series kind of helps literally do that. I think about it was emotional for me to think about while we were filming it that particularly the scenes where Lena felt so invisible to the people around her, and like she was living the wrong life, and that, in her head, she was the lead of this romantic uh, epic. And she looks around and she's in a sort of beige minivan, um, keep your wants to yourself uh, world. But in that, we're filming a TV show about it. Like she was the lead in her own romantic epic. So I felt weirdly like we were um, giving this character what it wanted, however many 15 years later.
Well, thank you so much for your time. I personally speaking as a person from the Midwest and as somebody who I personally loved the way you brought Lena to life.
Thank
It
you.
really resonated with the way I grew up and the things that I've seen. So I really
Oh,
appreciate
good.
that. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Erin. Thanks.
Have a good day.
You too.